Hello wolves and welcome back to another vlog. Today we talking about Snapchat and 200% gain in just a couple of weeks. This is it. Subscribe, smash the button if you haven't subscribed yet and want to have daily news about stocks, money, business. This is your channel, wolves. Let's go. Snapchat it is, and almost 184% gain this year, and it's outperforming every other stock on the S&P. The highest growing stock on the S&P 500 was around 80%, so you see more than double that performance. Snapchat, and this is what we are talking about today, guys. We will talk about and dive into the history of the company. We will talk about the product, about the stock. So you have a lot to watch, and subscribe please to this channel if you are interested in business, entrepreneurship, money, stocks, and generally finances. This is the content for you. So let's start with the history of Snapchat. Most of you guys know the famous CEO, Evan Spiegel. He's the young, in his 20s CEO that became billionaire in just less than a decade, because Snapchat was founded in July, so actually exactly this month that we are recording this vlog, 2011, so this company is just 8 years old. And if we are thinking about it, that it's beside Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Google and other social media platform, one of the biggest. This is really crazy and really good for the stock. So big respect for the team of Snapchat. So a just 8-year company, and they did already their IPO. They are a multi-billion-dollar business and one of the main player in social media. You know, they came actually into the idea of, hey, why, if we send out pictures and text, why it cannot disappear, you know? Most probably one of the co-founders came on the idea when texting with a chick and, you know, send some special pictures and they should disappear, whatever. We was always in the situation, you or me, where we thought, oh, this picture, you know, why they still can access that? It's an old picture, it's a disaster picture. So this is the idea behind Snapchat, and it works very well today. But it was actually not so successful in the very beginning, because they started as a Peekaboo. This was the name of the app, and it was not very successful, so they rebranded. Snapchat was the new name, and voila, masterpiece of technology, and also of course a hit for all young generations, and this is just the beginning of the success story. And this story and part of the history of Snapchat just remind me of a book, business book that I just read recently, and it's called The Dip, which I just can recommend, because it's basically saying that, you know, always, it doesn't matter if it's your career, it doesn't matter if it's your business, startup, YouTube channel, social media approach, whatsoever, you always will face this dip, where actually there's two options. Either it's a really road with an end where you cannot go and you cannot grow, or you just have to work hard, you just have to try again, you have to pivot and so on. So you see on the history of Snapchat that they came also to the point that it was not successful, and if they would not relaunch as Snapchat and try it all over again, they wouldn't be $1 billion company. So always remember, go over the dip, because the grass is actually greener on the other side. Don't forget that. Okay, so we just briefly talked about the product of Snapchat, which is basically the social media app where you send pictures and messages across and that they disappear. And this was growing because, you know, it was something very new. and actually Facebook tried to buy them. They refused to be bought by Facebook, so they moved forward, they did the IPO and so on. They actually lost in the first months of the IPO 80% of their stock value, which I will go later into detail in the stock area of this video. So Facebook tried to buy them, Snapchat refused, Facebook tried to copy them with stories and so on. This all comes from Snapchat. So actually, Snapchat was also the trendsetter for all these new features, and software can easily be copied in terms of there's hard to get patents on software in January, so it's easily copyable. So we see that in this social media mega companies doing this to each other, and but Snapchat refused and is so successful afterwards so far. So what is so strong about their product? So the product actually is this app, and what many people and what caused the dip actually in the stock after the IPO, that the user numbers went a little bit down. You know, they tried some different things like the Snap Googles, you know, where you can, which was a flop by the way, the first version of it. I think the second version was okay. So you basically have with Snapchat this product, and they are very, very strong with augmented reality. So all the filters that you see are very, very advanced in technology, or was back at this time. So yet Snapchat fall, main reason that the usernames went down. However, now they have one very, very, very big potential, and this is Generation Z. Okay, Generation Z is basically all the kids and audience that are born between 1995 and 2009. And so this generation is very obsessed with Snapchat, and though they don't have money yet or don't have budget to spend like an adult audience like in Facebook or Instagram, but though they have them from the very beginning, so brand building, see their investment into Snapchat to build the future. So one day when this 10, 12, 13-year-old kid will be 20 and remember which brands they saw when they was young, similar to us when we grow up with Star Wars, so we go to the Star Wars movies when they go out, we buy the merch of Star Wars and so on. So this is very strong, and that's why Snapchat has such a strong product still, and slowly, the user numbers, as they concentrate on this audience, they get better in advertising, they come out of this drop, and this was what the market see as reverse. And let's go to the stock. So the stock saw this year a huge rally, okay? Almost 200%. If we going into the stock, you see here, 80% lost after the IPO, and then back up again stronger than ever, almost still away from the IPO price, unfortunately. But still, and here I want to make a point, because imagine a company has a stock price of $10, okay? And they lose, let's say, 80%, and they are at $2, all right? Then the company do well and, goes from $2 to $6, still 40% less than the $10 initially where they came from, but they tripled, okay? They tripled from $2 to $6, and that's why in stock market investing, this kind of turnarounds are so important, and it's so lucrative if you're right, that, now Snapchat is a very big example. As I said, the reasons are that they are back concentrating on the main target audience, and also they are maturating in advertising. They know better how to advertise, they make more advertising dollars, and so on. So you see the stock going up. I think for me, I believe that Snapchat need to keep on innovating. That's why, for me personally, I think it's a hard business model beside Instagram, YouTube, and so on. But let's see what the future brings. I think it's interesting stock to watch now, but not for me to buy yet. So let me know your comments, please, and please subscribe. And see you tomorrow, of course, with another vlog. I have exciting content to come up every single day, so make sure you smash the subscribe button. I see you tomorrow. Take care. Hasta la vista.